Okay, everyone, you start the class. Oh. Shouldn't be more intelligence than closing the door. That will be more friendly. Okay, everyone, welcome to this class, and I hope everybody is as excited as I do for the new semester. And I have already introduced myself in the email. My name is Yin Zhang, and I'm an adjunct faculty for the computing department. My full-time job is instructional designer. I've worked here for over 5 years, so I've enjoyed it so far. I have my educational background. I have 3 master degrees. My first master degree is in computer application, and my second degree is in learning design and technology. My recent one is in software engineering. You asked me for my next master degree will be, I haven't decided yet, but I'm interested in robotics. So you'll see I do not have a PhD degree so far, so you don't have to call me Dr. Zhang, something like that. You can just call me Yin. And make sure you don't, if you see me on campus, you don't walk away and say hi or give me some updates. My research direction is in education data mining. So basically, I'm interested in things how we can apply data mining, data analytics to improve the work in higher education. For example, in a lot of the institutions, we now call our students to proactively reach out to them, and so that generates some data with a lot of random calls, their numbers, and whether they are reached or not. For most people, this is just some normal data. Maybe it's useless, but to me, you can see when the student is active or when they can be reachable, and so we can optimize the time for the calling, this kind of things. So, and I also did some research to scraping some data from Google search and to see what's the trending of K-12 computer science education, and also trending of the computer science classes courses in higher ed. This kind of research I do, and sometimes some of my friends will request me to help them deal with some data problems. Also do some projects like that. So this is the first class, and some students, there may be more students joining us later this week. So we will not get into the meat of the class today. It's great. I think the goal, this class, today we are going to establish what is the goal, what is the goal for this class, and how we are going to approach this. So why do we need to learn data analytics? I think the first immediate benefit is there's a high demand in the job market. And all these positions are highly paid. You get high paid on these positions. As you can see on this graph, so the salary is a tremendous growth on the median salary for data scientists. And also there are more number of openings over the years. But even if you do not plan to be a data scientist, there's still good reasons for you to learn. First is it really improves your critical thinking skill and problem solving skills. Also for our positions, it's really about finding the problem, and then you use the data approach to find to get evidence and to find solutions. For example, in higher ed, we want to we want to find students who may be at risk, and when we want to pull out this data and then proactively to reach out. So how we are going to approach this? So in this case, we can use a prediction model to find out which group, which characteristics may contribute to may define the student as an at-risk student. And the second reason is that data-driven decision making is really an essential skill if you want to advance to a senior position. As we all know, data-driven decision making has led many of the companies to success, typically like Amazon. But for individuals, also this is an essential skill. For example, if you want to have a strategic plan, you want to draft a plan, so you need to find the evidence. Find the evidence what this plan. Find the evidence for this plan. Also, after its implementation, you need to figure out how we can evaluate this plan. So, in such cases, you all need the skill. And last but not least, this really open a new door for you to new resources. Right now, a lot of the government, they put their data on their website and use these resources. You have a lot of interesting things to do, research projects to do. And here I've added a video. You can watch it later after the class to see what this lecture did with data, and it's very interesting. So what we can accomplish in this class, on the syllabus, you have read the course objectives. Generally, what we are going to what you can do after this class is first, you'll be proficient in Python. And the second, we will get to know all the data science pipeline, data analytics pipeline, and all the related concepts with this pipeline. And third, and most important, you are able to apply the techniques to solve real problems. And this is the course structure. More detailedly, we will learn data processing techniques at the beginning of the 4 weeks. And at the week 4, we will do some data visualization projects. This actually meets most of the needs in real world. You can do a fantastic job just with data visualization. We're not going to stop here. Further, we will talk about prediction models for different types of data, like linear regression and classification and transfer. Also, a lot of the data in our real world is just text. So we will also talk about how to use the text data and do data mining. About scraping data from website and from Twitter. Then last one is a prediction model to an API. So if you have what you call A day or computing day, then you can use this product for this kind of competition. So we all know the key to learn programming is what? The key to learn programming is writing more code, practice. We will have sufficient assignments for you to practice the skills. The key to learn programming. We have weekly assignments almost every week after the class. Generally, these assignments are similar to the examples I presented in the class, and you have to apply to another type of problem. But you get all the code demonstrated in the class. discussion, which is very easy. And we also have 3 projects in the class, which you have to find the problem by yourself and then find the data and then apply the skills from the class to solve the problem. That would be very interesting, I think. So no pain, no gain. And next I'm going to talk about what will you gain after this class. So these are some of the examples that you will be able to do by the end of the semester. This is first is data visualization report from CDC. You will be able to do by the end of the semester. I'm sorry. I should mute the YouTube. Data visualization report from CDC. It's better. It's a very good report. It may look fancy to you now, but we will be able to do these soon. This map graph and this line chart, just a line chart and a bar chart combined with bar chart. These are just line chart and bar chart. Now, most textbooks doesn't talk about map. I think to help our resume more highlighted, I need to talk about this. And the next is some machine learning products using the logistic regression to classify data. So this is an article I referred to. It's not perfect. Later I find some problem with this, but it's a good example. Like the author first, she visualized the data, generated some graphs. And then this is the first step for any data analytics product. That even if your focus is on the traditional model, this step is necessary to find the characteristics of the data. So she did some visualization for the data, and then she moved to do the prediction model to classify the data. And toward the end, she verified the accuracy of the prediction model. So you can read this article after the class. And the next example is for the later chapter about text mining. We will be able to pull down data from Twitter, and then you apply some text mining techniques to know the data. Like this is just a pie chart, quite easy. And then the frequency of the tweets from Bill Gates, and then you will go further to see what topics they're talking about. And also we can generate this word cloud. So this may look intimidating to you now, but yeah, I can assure you that we'll be able to do this after the class. Next is about some basic things about this class. So the prerequisite is a statistics class. I believe everybody has passed this class, right? That's good. But if you are new to Python, it's totally fine. We'll start with Python fundamentals for the next class. And if you already have learned Python, you just get refreshed about those concepts. And the textbooks, I referred to these two textbooks, but I referred to a lot of resources, not just these textbooks. So mainly for our class, you refer to the slides I provided on Moodle, because it not just cover these textbook, the chapter from textbook, but also many from many other resources. And it's honestly, some of the chapter in these books, I don't totally agree with the author. Due dates and the late policy for the class. So all assignments are due next Monday. For example, this week we don't have assignments. This only week we don't have assignments. Next week, for the next week's assignment, it will be due after next week, the Monday after next week. So I set up this due dates because you can come back that Monday to ask any question you have about the assignments. And I will open all the assignments early, a couple of weeks early, so you can find a flexible time to work on them. For example, if you are going on a family trip after 2 weeks, then you can start the assignments right away before your trip. And late submission, I do accept a late submission. If you have penalty 50% of the grade, and you should submit the late assignments within 1 week. Because this is not like a social science class. You can just open the textbook and read from any chapter. This is very structured, and if you miss one chapter, you may not be able to proceed to the next chapter. So it's better you finish all the assignments on time. A small thing I did do differently for my class. I have an early submission reward. I believe in formative assignment, formative assessment. My job is not just to grade your assignment or give you a grade to deliver the class, but also to, more importantly, to help you to learn, to help you to do the perfect job. If you finish the assignment early, you can send it to me by Thursday or Friday, and I'll give you feedback, so you can get 100% on the assignment. But still, before the due date, you have to submit it to Moodle. Communication methods. So you can email me. You get my email already, and I also posted my cell phone number on the website. You can call me or text me anytime. These are just for quick, small question. Email. Don't write a long email. That wasted both of our time. So if it's a long question, just call me or read. And if you need help with the code, just schedule a meeting with me. We can hang out on Google, and also we can schedule an individual meeting on campus. Monday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, or evening time is preferred. But you can just shoot me an email and tell me your available time options, and then I'll respond. And you can expect me to respond within 24 hours during the business days, and on weekends, 48 hours. I have kids, so usually the evening time is family time together to do some music and to have a decent meal. So usually in the evening time, I may respond slow. But I try my best to answer your question as soon as possible. Okay, so this week we have some small tasks. First is the syllabus quiz. This is required for roster verification. We all have to finish it by next Wednesday. Just 6 or 8 questions, very quick, and you can just finish it now within this class. So if you don't finish it, you may not be able to stay in this class, or you may be called by the provost office. And also next week, we'll talk about Python fundamentals. So it's good that you get the software installed before the next class. Do everybody already have a Python? This is Python 3. You need Python 3. And you can find the instruction on Moodle. Let's see. If you pull up the course, in the week 2, you will see the instructions for installing the Python and the libraries. If you use a Mac, I would suggest you to download this software Anaconda. I use it, and it's very easy for you to install libraries. So this is the. Do most of you use Mac or use Windows? Windows as well. For Windows, I also have the instruction here. And one thing you have to pay attention to is we need Python 3, and your Windows system come with the Python 2. Will come with the Python 2, and you have to set up the path after you get Python 3 installed. And also after that, you need to install these libraries. Here, install these libraries. So you can just write one code, one line to install all these libraries. And we will use a Jupyter Notebook for coding, for writing code, and it's just a more friendly interface, much easier. And in cases your computer has some problem and cannot start at all, you can access the CS Virtual Lab, and also has all the software installed. And it may not have all the library, but you can install the library by yourself. But the next time you restart the lab, you lose all the information. You have to install the library again. That concludes the class today. And I'd like to know if you have any question, and also I'd like to know what your inspection for this class and what your concern about this class. So your expectation of this class, and secondly is your concern about this class. Just to be honest, you can write whatever you want. We all know each other. Yeah, when you come and give me the note, please.
Sorry?
Oh, when you come to give me the note, please introduce yourself. Match your name with your face.
Okay.
And since we have a little bit of time left, you can finish the syllabus. You don't need to write name on this. You don't have to write a name on this.
I'm Alex.
Alex, yeah.
You
So
too.
do you plan to come to class?
Think a bit of both.
Okay.
I did the online one. Like, more flexible, but usually probably in class.
For the class meeting, after the time, we will do the lecture concept and
Okay. Sounds good.
so yeah, for next lesson. I forgot to mention from my university policy, like academic honors and COVID makeup policy. So for those, we just follow the university policy. I don't think there's any need to cheat in this kind. But you still have a lot of work to debug to solve the problem. Yeah, as long as you don't copy the whole article from the website, you're fine. Junior. Thank you. I call you Yang or?
Me?
Yeah. Save your cell phone number. Yeah,
I will
and
give
yeah, I
you
saved
my
the
cell phone number
Yeah.
and email in on this note.
Oh.
I will take the note. Email.
I don't have your phone number. I think I text you. Right.
So for these early submission things, is that just so we can submit it and resubmit before we have changes?
No, you finish it or you send me your email.
Okay.
You email me and then I can see that. Do you all have my phone number? I posted it in the Moodle. So you can save my number and where it go? Yes, I posted it here. My cell phone number and save it and ask me your phone.
To connect to Jabra Speak 510, go to the Bluetooth.
If you have finished the syllabus, you are good to go and just use the rest of time to install Python and the library. And for next class, bring your laptops.